Elaine was a woman who prided herself on her independence. Having reached the age of 50 with a satisfying career and a close-knit circle of friends, she felt secure in the foundation she had built for her life. With her 2 children grown and living their own lives, Elaine was finally ready to explore new horizons in romance, a chapter she believed she had closed long ago. It was at a charity gala that Elaine met Martin. Charming, well-spoken, and seemingly attentive to every word she said, Martin was a whirlwind of charisma. He had an air of mystery about his past and a sense of adventure about his future, both of which captivated Elaine, who had spent years grounded in the stability of her choices. At first, Martin's attention made Elaine feel seen in a way she hadn't experienced in years. He seemed to know exactly what she needed to hear to feel significant. Compliments on her achievements, subtle comments hinting at their destiny together, promises of a romantic future. It was as if he had a blueprint for her mind. Elaine, buoyed by this unexpected romance, began to let her guard down. As the months passed, subtle changes crept into Elaine's life. Little by little, Martin's seemingly well-meaning suggestions turned into passive critiques. "Are you sure you want to wear that?" he would ask with a smile that felt less like support and more like instruction. Her choices started to waver in his presence, as if she were navigating a fog. Elaine's friends began to notice a change. Once vibrant and assertive, she seemed quieter, more reserved. She rationalized these changes as the sacrifices one makes for love, blind to the manipulation threading through her life. Martin, a master of mirror play, projected his insecurities onto Elaine, weaving a tapestry where she was always nearly inadequate, yet he was always there to save her from herself. The first real crack in the veneer came on a Saturday morning when Elaine found herself standing in front of a mirror, unsure whether the reflection staring back was hers or the woman Martin wanted her to be. She realized she had been compromising parts of her identity step by step, curiously noting how easily Martin had managed to insert himself into the deepest recesses of her mind. Feeling a sense of urgency driven by the half-century clock she heard ticking, Elaine decided it was time for introspection. She sought out the friends she had unwittingly distanced, hungry for the reality checks she once disdained. Their gentle nudges were revelations in disguise, pulling back the curtain that Martin had so artfully placed. Elaine embarked on a journey of self-reclamation. Armed with the truth about Martin's manipulative nature, she slowly pieced together her fractured autonomy. She confronted the emotional confusion Martin had instilled, bringing to light how he had cleverly masqueraded control as courtship. Leaving Martin was not abrupt. It was a quiet dismantling of influence, step by deliberate step, until Elaine finally stood her ground, asserting her independence not with grand speeches but with firm, silent resolve. It was a re-entry into a world reframed, where Elaine rediscovered the person she had temporarily mislaid. In the aftermath, Elaine learned that age, indeed, was no shield against manipulation. But it was also not an insurmountable barrier to reclaiming oneself. Her story became one of empowerment, a reminder that facing and overcoming emotional hijacking, regardless of age, opens doors to deeper strength and wisdom.